Hello everybody, hope that you are doing fine in these challenging times of COVID-19 pandemic. In these challenging times, many a designer, including myself and design students, are compelled or required to work from home. And this has presented a unique situation that was previously unanticipated. And I've been receiving a fair amount of queries as to how to solve some issues. Okay, I will summarize the issues into this statement. Okay, I'm required to work from home and to produce some renderings of the CAD model. However, I do not have access to a 3D rendering program as the ones we use are in the studio, office, or campus computer lab. Is there an alternative solution? Well, I've been thinking about this and I would like to share with you an alternative solution that might work for you. Okay, basically what you can do is to download the 90-day evaluation version of Rhino 6. Okay, you can download it via rhino3d.com/download. There are two versions for you to download, the Windows and the Mac version. So to download the Windows one, click on this. For the Mac one, you click on this. Okay, the 90-day version allows you to save your work. Okay, assuming that you have done your download, let's head over to Rhino 6. Okay, before I begin, I would like to say that Rhino 6 is a very versatile program. So if you are an existing user of like other CAD packages and you are forced to do some rendering, you can even use Rhino 6 to do the rendering. Okay, if you go to like File, Open, you will see that Rhino is able to accept a lot of file formats. For example, SolidWorks. You can even take in the part and assembly file directly. And if you are a user of other mechanical CAD packages such as Creo, you can even export via the commonly accepted step format or the older IGS. And there are also tons of other formats that Rhino is able to receive. So it's a very versatile program in this aspect. Okay, in this example, we want to render this scene. Okay, so let me just do a smaller viewport over here, the perspective viewport. Okay, so okay, now I would like to present to you a very basic rendering process for creating the images inside using Rhino. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is maybe change to the appropriate rendering or display mode. So let's change to ray trace. Okay, so ray trace is the mode that is available inside Rhino 6 that's based on the Cycles rendering program. Okay, so the easiest way to proceed is to type libraries at the command prompt. Press enter, and this will open up the render content window. Okay, and you can proceed to assign materials to your object. Okay, so let's say I want to like assign some metal materials to this object. I can go to metal. I want to use the polish one. Okay, if you are a user of Keyshot, you'll find this process are somewhat similar. So I want to assign this as gold. Okay, polish gold. So I drag over, and maybe this as polish silver. So you can just simply just drag over. Okay, yeah. So it's very easy. Okay, if you want to make some refinement to the material, you can select the part, go to the properties window, the material tab, and tweak the parameters. Okay, in our case here, I want to make it less polished, more rough, so I'm going to drag this down, and you can see, yeah, now it's more rough. Okay. Okay, beside assigning materials, you can also set the illumination environment. Okay, you can go to render contents, and there's this environmental folder, and yes, in a way that's similar to Keyshot, you can drag the environment onto the scene. Okay, let's say I want to change this to the Jam Studio environment. You can just drag over, and the scene is now using the Jam Studio environment. Okay. Another useful command is the ground plane. So let's type ground plane here, ground plane. Okay, this will enable you to set the ground plane's parameters. So by default, the ground plane is on in this scene. So if I click on this, the ground plane will be off. And okay, you can see that when the ground plane is off, the shadows are no longer appearing. Okay, so let's turn on the ground plane, and then you have at the effects section, decide whether you just want to show shadow only, or you want to use the actual material for the ground plane. Okay, so you can click use a material. Okay, and it's using the default material. Okay, let's say I want to have a different material for the ground plane. Let's go to the libraries again. Okay, and let's say I want to use the plastic as a ground plane. Maybe gray opaque plastic. So let's drag it into the scene. Okay, so and then once it's in the scene, you can pick it in the selection drop down menu. So I want to use this gray opaque plastic. Okay, you can see now the scene is using the gray opaque plastic as the ground plane. Okay, assuming that I'm happy with this scene and I want to proceed to do a rendering, how do I go about doing it? Okay, you can do it by going to the display tab. Okay, click on the capture viewport to file and select the viewport that you want to do a rendering. Okay, in our case this is perspective. Okay, and then modify or edit the parameters to suit your final render. So here is where you set the resolution. Now it's set to viewport, so you can even do a custom resolution or use the presets. So let's say I want to use this. Okay, and then you can also set the number of passes. The number of passes determine how fine the final render will be. I will say let's stick to the default 1000 as the bare minimum. The higher the number of passes, the more fine the render will be. Okay, and then you have other options like whether you want to make the background transparent, you want to show grids, and so on and so forth. Okay, so once you're happy with this setting, you can click the OK and proceed to save your file as the format of your desire. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Okay, so I'm going to click the cancel. Yep. Okay, as I mentioned, this is a very basic workflow of the rendering process inside Rhino 6. Okay, if you wish to learn more about Rhino 6 rendering and visualization capabilities, you might want to consider getting this book. Okay, and for a very limited period, I will bring the price down to $4.99 to assist the many of us who are somewhat affected financially by the current pandemic situation. Okay, if you want to buy this book, which is a Kindle ebook, so you can get it instantly and don't have to go out to actually purchase it. You can download it onto um, your laptop or on your phone, okay, for viewing. Okay, if you want to buy it or consider it, you can click on the link here or click on the link that is shown below this video. Okay, I've come to the end of my video demo. Stay safe everybody. Bye.